Welcome to Rainbow Soul Vodcast, where our soulstrology comes forward to help you manage your everyday life, with forecasts and deep dives on natal charts and queer perspectives on the planets, transits, and more. A group discussion about upcoming transits with tips on how to read these transits in your own chart. Hollis offers years of wisdom and natal chart knowledge with Bright Hawk's positive perspective and Lacrosse's inquiry. We offer the complete queer astrology experience. Welcome to Rainbow Soul. Please help us by subscribing, sharing, and commenting and reviewing. You can also learn where else Rainbow Soul is offered on our website at rainbowsoul.show.
Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, boy, you have a busy fifth house. Creativity. Gonna get creative on us with Aries there, okay? And so it's going to be all of those, Venus is going to move through your house of creativity and romance, and love, and, you know, that Venus rules love and stuff, like love and relationships anyway. And so she's going to start over on your dedication to things, really big dedication to things, and then move over into even a commitment to things, especially in your romance or in creativity. So it could be about something that you're working on, or creative project that you're working on, or it could be a love relationship. And Mercury is going to move from your house of siblings and community and things like that into your house of roots in Pisces. And so when I think about that, I start to think about, so whatever was going on in siblings is probably going to carry over into your roots. So something, you know, maybe it moves over to the focus on your parents, or something to do with your roots, okay? And, you know, transformation about where your money's coming from and how it's coming to you. Don't, you know, that will continue on until Pluto moves out of Pisces. Pluto moves out of Capricorn into Aquarius, which will happen later on in the month. It will actually happen pretty much around this
equinox.
The equinox, yeah. March 21st. But Pluto, you can see it's right on the line there. And so it's going to move from the second house to the third house. And when it does that, you know, you're just going to notice a different focus on what's changing and what's shifting. Okay. Pluto's a very slow moving planet. So although it affects us more when it moves signs. And then your North Node is over in the sixth house there. So it's really asking you to go forward and focus on your daily life. And, you know, it's dancing in there, and it's asking you also, don't miss out on nurturing your friends, especially early in the week. Make sure you nurture your relationships. So say thank you, show gratitude, give love to your friends. You know, give them an extra thank you for whatever they've done for you, or whatever kinds of things you've been working on together. And then I can see the moon is in your house of relationships, and Mars is there too. So, you know, Mars, don't cast war on your loved one. That's what I'm going to say, unless you really need to. You know, I mean, if there's a problem, but assuming there's not a problem, don't start fights with your loved one. And you may have already been having this problem since fall, since Mars moved into Gemini. And I just want to say, you know, especially in the beginning of the week, be careful of what you say, especially to your loved one, to your partner, to your spouse, because you could accidentally say something you didn't really mean to say. And then, but it will probably lead to good things. And all what flashes in my head is the type of some Sages like start arguments in order to have better sex or something. I don't know. If you're one of those types of people, enjoy, okay? And It happens. It happens. We all come from different paths. And Lilith, that's your independence. Maybe you've been questioning your independence. She's going to move forward, She's been pushing on you to think about yourself as an independent person, and she's going to push forward into your house of higher thinking, which is Leo, right? And so I feel like she's especially empowering to people that are looking to feel independent and empowered. Okay. And
yeah, because you have Venus passing over Jupiter. So yeah, everything you just said is big.
It's big. It's big, friends. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So be good to your ones you love. Yeah, for sure.
Now, Capricorn, my Capricorn friends, lots been changing with you, huh? Lots going on. And now, especially around your roots and where you've come from. And Venus is moving through there and she's lighting it up. She's making it big. She could be even making it bigger than it needs to be. But as she moves through there, and she moves through over Jupiter and Chiron, she might be bringing up some old wounds, but she'll also be bringing in some healing and some commitments. Maybe some things need to change about your relationship with family. Remember to stay nurturing towards yourself, and don't forget about your work, okay? Be sure to keep your work relationships going okay. And, with your communication, Mercury is going to move from your house of values and out of the box thinking, which has a lot to do with money and such. And it's going to move over into the third house of Pisces, which is a lot less solid, but it will be with community and siblings. So it will really have a lot to do with your communication. So it's going to accentuate, since Mercury rules that house, Mercury is going to accentuate in Pisces there, even though it's Pisces, and it can be kind of watery. So you just might find yourself talking a lot about your emotions or something like that. And that's okay, Capricorn. It's about time, isn't it? And so Capricorn, sometimes they struggle to be able to communicate their emotions in a clear, concise way, but now would be a good time. So if you need to communicate an emotional thing, Capricorn, hey, this week is a good time, especially towards the end of the week. Because I know that sometimes for Capricorns, it's not that you don't have emotions or that you're cold-hearted or anything. Some people say that. Don't listen to that. That's BS. What actually is happening is that it's just that you're so grounded. You're so in touch with the earth. You're so like, let's just go this way. You see the way to go, and that's the way you have to go, that Capricorn sometimes forgets to honor the emotions on the way. And they're like, oh, you want me to notice the water? Oh, well, there's the water. Okay. And so Capricorn can sometimes be so grounded, it can be like that. But you may find yourself, that, especially towards the end of the week, finding it a little bit easier to communicate about your emotions in a good way. And that could really help change your relationship. So if you've been having some struggles in your relationship, maybe Uranus, because Uranus has been there for a little while in your house of romance. Maybe it's been kind of like lightning striking some things and you've been like, ooh, right? Okay. And you need to communicate about your emotions. Do it this week. Okay. This week, my friends. Make sure you nurture yourself and don't forget about your job. Not that I needed to say that to my Capricorn friends, but, and the moon. Okay. The moon is in the 6th house in the beginning of the week. So that's essentially with Mars. It's conjunct Mars. So again, be careful of, spurting out something that you didn't mean to say. Maybe it wasn't very nice. But as the moon moves away from there, it will move through your house of relationships again. I feel like Capricorns and Libras, man, they're going to be dealing a lot with relationships. And it's going to...
I'm dreading it.
Well, it could be good. It could be good.
Yeah.
You could find growth through it. And it's going to move through your house of relationships and into your house of sex, death, and taxes. And so, the 8th house can very much be about things you don't want to talk about. That's why I said that thing about you being able to speak about your emotions now. Okay. That one thing you didn't really want to talk about, now's a good time.
The weekend would be perfect time.
Yep. By the weekend, by the end of the weekend be a good time to have that conversation.
Thank you for listening to this week's Soulstrology and subscribing, liking, sharing, and reviewing. We hope you enjoy this dose of Soulstrology and encourage you to embrace the week ahead with an open mind and heart so that you may integrate the deepest of lessons from the stars. Take a moment to step outside and honor the planets, stars, and moon in the sky with your heart. Integrate the messages that resonate and leave the rest for someone else. We deeply appreciate each and every one of you. Always remember that you are a perfectly unique human with an exclusive star map of your destiny, your soul purpose, and your heart's desire. Thank you again for tuning in to Rainbow Soul.